Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Sean here, and welcome to the Los Angeles Rams rebuild, where today we're going to be trying to win a Super Bowl within 3 years with the Rams. So looking at the roster here, looks like the only guys safe most likely are going to be Todd Gurley, Jared Goff, depending on how he does this year, along with Aaron Donald for sure, most likely Robert Quinn and Alec Ogletree as well. But that's pretty much going to be it. So the rest of the guys are definitely going to be used for trading. Actually, Tavon Austin's here. Oh, wait, he just signed that big contract. No, he's going to be gone for sure. So I'm going to look into some trades here, and I will get back with you guys when I got some stuff in the making. With our first trade, we're trading Kenny Britt, Maurice Alexander, and LaMarcus Joyner to the Bears for their first-round pick this year and the first-round pick next year. With our next trade, we're going to be trading Case Keenum, Tremaine Johnson, and our fourth-round pick this year for the Browns' first-round pick this year and the first-round pick next year. With this trade, we're going to be trading Lance Kendricks, William Hayes, and Dwayne Gratz to the Buccaneers for Vernon Hargraves and Ali Marpet. With this trade, we're trading Mark Barron, who I moved to free safety, and he's actually a higher overall there, but he's being paid way too much for my liking. So we're trading him along with our second-round pick this year and our third-round pick next year for Jalen Ramsey from the Jacksonville Jaguars. I finally get this trade to go through. We're trading Will Hill, Josh Bynes, and Garrett Reynolds for Joey Bosa. I feel a little bit dirty doing this because I got all these guys out of free agency, but I was planning on keeping them until I saw that I could actually get this done. With this trade, we're trading Benny Cunningham, Corey Harkey, and Roger Saffold III for the Colts' third-round pick next year. With this trade, we're trading Danny Lansana, a second-round pick next year, and Trey Mason for the Colts' first-round pick this year and next year. So now we're here at the midseason, and we're currently sitting at 1-6, which I'm hoping is actually the worst record in the league. Let's just check that real quick. And it actually isn't. The Broncos are 1-7. That's very surprising. But we do have the Browns' first pick, as well as... Who else do we have? I know we have the Colts. I think we have one other team. I actually don't remember. But we'll see at the end of the season. Let's check XP. Jared Goff is doing alright, actually. With James Jones as his number one receiver. How's defense looking? Solid, I guess. Jalen Ramsey, Vernon Hargraves. Hopefully one of those, or Joey Bosa, hopefully one of those three will win Defensive Rookie of the Year. If not, it's going to be rough. But I'll see you guys at the playoffs. Alright, so here at the playoffs, we end up going 5-11. Not exactly what I was hoping for, and kind of surprising, honestly. Oh God. Okay, he definitely did not win Rookie of the Year. Almost 3,500 passing yards, 12 touchdowns, and 15 picks. That's awful. Todd Gurley, though, with 1,400 yards and 9 touchdowns on the ground. Very solid year out of him. Receiving, it's terrible. Tavon Austin led the team with 83 receptions for 831 yards with 3 touchdowns. Owen Daniels was in second place with 72 catches for 750 yards and 3 touchdowns, followed by James Jones, 65 receptions, 780 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Blocking, I don't even want to know. Wow, it's not nearly as bad as I thought it would be. Eugene Monroe give up 10 sacks, Greg Robinson give up 7, and these guys are actually pretty solid. Defense, Alec Ogletree leads the team in tackles with 115, followed by Jasper Brinkley and Aaron Donald. And Aaron Donald with 25 tackles for loss, followed by Michael Brockers with 12. As for sacks, Aaron Donald also led the team with 15, tied with Robert Quinn, followed by Joey Bosa with 14.5. That may have won Rookie of the Year, and I hope it did. Speaking of Rookie of the Year, Jalen Ramsey leads the team with 4 picks, and he's actually the only player on our entire defense to get an interception on the year. It's kind of funny. Forced fumbles, Jalen Ramsey, Robert Quinn both had 3 each. Joey Bosa, Alec Ogletree, and Blake Countess had 2 each. Somebody blocked a kick. Alec Ogletree blocked a kick, along with Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald also got a safety. Any defensive touchdowns? No. Okay. Time to check the awards. I just hope that somebody won something. Tom Brady got MVP. Coach of the Year. Not even going to look. Actually, are there any Rams on here? No. Not a surprise. Alright, so we're in the NFC here. Offensive Player of the Year. No Rams. Defensive Player of the Year. No Rams. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Ezekiel Elliott, followed by Carson Wentz, followed by Jared Goff. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Deion Jones from the Falcons. I got to see what he did because there's no way he outplayed Joey Bosa or Jalen Ramsey, but Joey Bosa comes in second, Jalen Ramsey comes in fifth, and that's it. So I really do want to take a quick look at what Deion Jones did this season. He got 145 tackles, no tackles for loss, half a sack, 3 picks, 1 forced fumble. That's okay. That's ridiculous. This game just gives Defensive Rookie of the Year and defensive awards in general to middle linebackers most of the time for whatever reason instead of other positions, even though a player like Joey Bosa that got 14.5 sacks, in my opinion at least, is much more valuable to a team than 145 tackles. So here at the offseason, we have 19 players ready to negotiate. I'm going to take a quick look and see who I want to bring back, if anybody. Marcel Reese, no, not really interested. Greg Hardy, not really interested. He was a backup. Eugene Monroe, not really interested in you either. Actually, I think I'll only bring back maybe a couple of these guys. So I'll do that, and I'll get back with you in the free agency period. So the only guy I ended up bringing back was Kyshawn Jarrett. Now heading into free agency with about $55.5 million to spend. Who is here? Martellus Bennett, Corey Harkey, Terrence Knighton, Tremaine Johnson. That's really surprising. I can't believe he got cut. That's actually really interesting. But Benny Logan's here. I don't think he's cheaper than our second D tackle. I can't think of his name for whatever reason. But out of all of these players, I don't really think that I'm interested in any of them. So, actually, Jelani Jenkins, I'm actually very interested in him. 81 points. Geez, the Dolphins are overpaying the hell out of him, though. No thanks. If he doesn't accept that, then that's fine. Yeah, there's not a whole lot here that I would want to take on. But who is that? Kamar Aiken. Actually, he's 28. That's a little bit too old. Yeah, not incredibly interested in these guys. So I'm probably just going to go ahead and sim to the draft. So I will see you there. So we actually end up signing Antonio Allen, Deron Harmon, and Barry Church. Really more for trade bait than anything, but Jelani Jenkins rejects our contract, which was expected. So now I'm just going to go ahead and scout more and sim to the draft. So here at the draft, we have the number 1 overall selection, along with number 5, number 10, and I think that is it in the first round. Yeah, that's it. So I'm going to go ahead and actually, I'm going to have to think what I want to do. I'm probably going to be taking a quarterback with this pick, but you'll see here in just one sec. So with the first overall pick in the draft, we're going to be taking quarterback Roland Ray, who has really good top 3 skills, and hopefully he'll have superstar development. Normal development, oh man, number 15 in the draft, not good. Very not good at number 1. That sucks, actually. Okay, I'm probably going to trade this away. So I'm actually not going to be trading this pick away. With this pick, we're going to be taking Nicholas Hurd, middle linebacker out of Ohio State. Just hoping that this guy's going to be good. Superstar development, number 4 in the draft, 81 overall. Fantastic pick. 92 tackle, that's pretty good. What's his zone coverage? 72. Not too good. Once we get that up, he'll be quite good, I think. So he's probably going to play outside linebacker for us, but he should be a good player, I think. With this next pick, we're going to be taking left outside linebacker Kendrick Williams. He's had a really good combine. He doesn't exactly fit our scheme, but he is a little undersized for a 3-4 pass rusher, so hopefully he'll be able to kind of fit well. And he's the 3rd best player in the draft, 79 overall, which should go up with a scheme change. And he does have superstar development. This guy is pretty good. His zone coverage is actually better than the other guys, so that's nice. But I mean, he is an outside linebacker, so he will be rushing the quarterback, sometimes. depending on the playbook. But I think one of these picks I'm going to try to trade up and grab a quarterback with. It's not going to be this one. But when I do it, or if he gets taken, you'll find out. Alright, so we're trading up with the Jets. We're actually trading away Jared Goff along with our 5th round pick this year and our 3rd round pick next year for the Jets' 1st round pick this year and next year. I hope this pays off. Jared Goff honestly was not getting it done, and I'm kind of wary of sticking with him after Carson Wentz really kind of failed as the Eagles QB. So I'm going to be taking Brandon Butkus, honestly, just because of the funny name. No, not just because of the funny name, but he's got A throw power, B plus short accuracy, as well as a great combine. This guy has lower throw power and lower accuracy, even though he's rated a little bit higher for whatever reason. But I'm taking this guy. Normal development, number 16 in the draft, 78 overall. Honestly, he's about as good as Jared Goff was. So for me to get another 1st round pick out of that trade, I think it was worth it. So with the first trade of season number 2, we're trading TJ McDonald, a 1st round pick next year, and Brandon Butkus, the 2nd quarterback that we drafted this past draft, for DeAndre Hopkins. So we're going to roll with Roland Ray, I think his name was, at QB. So he's got a nice target at wide receiver 1 in DeAndre Hopkins. Todd Gurley's also up to a 90 overall now after using his XP, and Joey Bosa's up to an 87, which is quite nice. Ramsey's up to an 83. Hargraves is up to a 78. I moved Hurd up over to right outside linebacker where he is an 81 overall. So our linebacking core is looking all right now with the rookies on the outside spots. D-line's looking pretty good. I'm probably going to trade Brockers, though. This team still has a lot of work to do, especially on the offensive line. It's trash. So I got to continue trying to make some trades here to improve that specifically. So with this trade, we're trading Ernie Sims and EJ Gaines for Paul Kruger, who is going to probably be trade bait. Oh god, that's the phone. Alright, so Paul Kruger, being the trade bait that he is, and a 6th round pick this year, are going to the Dolphins for their 1st round pick next year. So that 1st round pick that I just got from the Dolphins, along with a 3rd round pick next year and Michael Brockers, are going to be going to the Cowboys for Zach Martin and Travis Frederick. Trying to get that O-line right. This is a good move for us. O-line is looking a little bit better. Not by a whole lot, though. Still have work to do. Greg Robinson just has to go. He is absolute trash. Marpet's really not bad. He's just not good enough right now. I think he will be eventually, but honestly, on this game, it's just too much of a pain in the ass to actually progress an offensive lineman yourself and not just get a good one. It's really kind of broken, in my opinion. But hey, that's just me. So with this trade, we're trading a 2nd round pick next year and Barry Church for Ronald Darby from the Bills. With this trade, we're trading Antonio Allen and a 4th round pick next year for Avery Williamson, who is just going to be trade bait, as we're going to go over to the Saints, and we're going to get one of their players using Avery Williamson, and that player is Teron Armstead. So we're going to have to give up Avery Williamson. He's not here. Shit. So we end up giving up Avery Williamson as well as Ali Marpet and a 1st round pick this year to get Teron Armstead, which kind of sucks because I wanted Marpet to start at left guard. But the line is looking a bit better. We just have a hole now at left guard and right tackle. So I'm going to try to fill those. Maybe get another receiver, but that may need to wait until next year. And a tight end would be nice. But defense is looking pretty good for the starters at least. There's some holes that I got to fill up in the backup spots. But yeah. So we're just going to end up signing Sebastian Vollmer to be the starting right tackle for this year and hope that we can find a better replacement next year probably. And for now, we're also going to sign Mackenzie Bernadow for the left guard spot just to kind of fill it up for the time being without trading away any more of our assets. And you know what? We'll also sign Owen Daniels to be our starting tight end. He was on the team last year, so... familiar face, and you know what? Let's take Ted Ginn too. So I realized I forgot to trade Greg Robinson, so I traded him a first-round pick this year and a fourth-round pick this year for Alshon Jeffrey. So that's something. So here at the mid-season, we're sitting at 4-3, which is good for second in the division after the 6-1 Seahawks. XP wise, offense is looking, fine. I don't know why I jetted off XP, but defensively, this guy's been doing pretty well, as well as this dude. I don't remember their names. This guy's name is Nicholas, and his is like Kerem or something. I don't know. But we do have some players to re-sign. I don't know how much cap we'll have, and there's some big ones too. This isn't good. So DeAndre Hopkins, Aaron Donald, Zach Barn, Alec Ogletree. Those are all guys I'm gonna try to be bringing back, and we have. Oh, we got plenty of cap. Yeah, we're fine. So we're bringing back DeAndre Hopkins. Aaron Donald is also returning, as well as Zach Martin. And Alec Ogletree is coming back as well. So here at the playoffs, we actually make the wild card going 10-6. The Seahawks finished 12-4, so we did finish second in the division, but we're actually in the playoffs in the second season, which is kind of surprising to me based on this team. But let's check out some stats. Our rookie QB, Roland Ray, threw for 3,800 yards, 21 touchdowns, and 12 picks. Better than Jared Goff, but still not real great. Todd Gurley again had a great year, 1,400 yards, 14 touchdowns. D'Angelo Williams has his backup, 600 yards, 9 touchdowns. Receiving, DeAndre Hopkins had 83 catches for 1,100 yards and 10 touchdowns. Alshon Jeffrey had 900 yards and 6 touchdowns. Tavon Austin was actually the fourth leading receiver, but had 3 touchdowns. Blocking, how'd we do? 9 sacks lit up from Teron Armstead and 2 from Darrell? I don't even know. No, I guess it's Darrell. I'm used to Darrell Revis. So Darrell Williams, no sacks from the rest of the O-line, though, which is nice. Defense, Alec Ogletree led the team in tackles again with 118. Tackles for loss, Aaron Donald led with 16, followed by Robert Quinn at 11. As for QB sacks, Joey Bosa led the team with 16, followed by Robert Quinn at 15.5 and Aaron Donald at 7. Interceptions, Nicholas Hurd was tied with Ogletree and Ronald Darby, 2 each for the top 3 team leaders. Jalen Ramsey, Deron Harmon, and Kesnick Loud, who I picked up in free agency, also had picks. As for forced fumbles, 2 from Robert Quinn led the team, as well as a few other guys had 1. Any safeties? Robert Quinn had a safety. Any defensive touchdowns? No defensive touchdowns. So as for awards, Rodgers wins MVP. Mike McCarthy wins Coach of the Year. Actually, are there any Rams here? Yes, Todd Gurley was in 8th place for Offensive Player of the Year. Any Rams for defensive? Robert Quinn came in 10th. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Roland Ray, which is great for us. No other Rams showed up. As for Defensive Rookie of the Year, Nicholas Hurd came in 2nd place to Ty Poindexter. He was an outside linebacker I scouted but didn't end up taking, obviously. And Kendrick Williams comes in 9th. So here going up against the 10-5-1 Philadelphia Eagles in the wild card round. We do score first 7-0. And they score to tie the game 7-7. And it's now 10-7 them. This isn't good. 13-7. Come on, we got to score. Come on. 21-13. Let's go. Oh, they tied it. Come on, come on. Oh, no, they scored. Yes, we tied the game. Oh, we're in OT. We're in OT. It's broken again. We win! We're going on to the divisional round. We won the game. Let's go. Let's take a look at these stats. Carson Wentz absolutely goes off, except he threw 2 picks. Roland Ray, 256 yards and 2 touchdowns. No picks, though. Ryan Matthews had a good game. Todd Gurley had a good game with 2 touchdowns. So they both fumbled once. Receiving, Nelson Aguilar, 11 receptions for 170 yards and 2 touchdowns. Oh, man, they killed us in receiving. But Alshon Jeffrey had a great game. 6 catches for 129 yards and a touchdown. Let's check out who got those picks, though. Any sacks? Joey Bosa got a sack. Okay. Jalen Ramsey got both of them. What a great corner. So we currently only have a 93 offense and an 87 defense for an 86 overall, so we'll see where this gets us. So here in the divisional round, we're going up against the 14-2 Green Bay Packers. They score first in the first quarter, but we come back and tie it. It's now 14-7 Green Bay, but we tie the game again at 14. Now 21-14. We do score before the half, so it's tied at 21 now in the third quarter. 28-21. They get the ball back in the fourth quarter. Now tie game, 28-all. They drive down the field and score. Can we do the same? We do not. We get knocked out in the divisional. We lose to the Packers. Let's check out some stats of the game. Rodgers throws 3 touchdowns. Ray threw 2. Neither of them threw any picks. Eddie Lacy and Todd Gurley both had really good games on the ground. They each had a touchdown. What about receiving? Receivers were pretty much held in check all game, yards-wise anyway. Cobb had 2 touchdowns, though, for us. Jeffrey and Hopkins had 1 each. Defensively, Gabe Wright had our one and only sack, and like I said, no picks. So we did get knocked out, so I will see you guys at the offseason. So here in the offseason, we have 18 players ready to negotiate, and they are nobody that I'm trying to bring back, actually. So we're not going to worry about this. Yeah, we're not going to worry about it. I'll see you guys in free agency. So in free agency, going in, we have about 22 mil to spend. We'll see who is here. Drew Brees, Brandon Marshall, Jeremiah Atachu, Adrian Peterson, Weston Richburg, Coney Ely. I'm not entirely sure if I actually want to bring any of these guys in. Brandon Marshall is very old. Jeremiah Atachu, he is pretty good, but we have good linebackers already. We definitely don't need a running back. A center, I wonder if we could bring him in and have him play left guard. Actually, Eric Reed, if we don't find something better, I may try to sign him, because we don't really have a great free safety at the moment. So yeah, I'll give him an offer. So with this trade, we're going to be trading our first round pick along with some left guard for Justin Pugh from the New York Giants. He's going to be our new starting left guard, and our offensive line is starting to look pretty nice, except the right tackle spot. That still needs to be addressed, but other than that, looking pretty good. So with this trade, we're trading our, another one of our first-round picks, and Kyshawn Jarrett and a 7th-round pick for Jack Conklin and the Titans' first-round pick. So we're going to be bringing in Eric Reed and Jeremiah Atachu. Atachu's probably going to be trade bait, but Reed is going to be a new starting free safety. So here at the draft, we have the number 2 overall pick along with the 22nd, I believe. Yeah, so those are our picks. I'm going to think about what to do with this. I don't think I want to take a player just yet. I'm probably going to look to trade this away. So this pick, I'm going to be trading down with the... Actually, I'm going to be trading down with the Vikings. They're at the 5th overall. So with the number 5 overall pick, I didn't find a trade that I liked, so I'm going to be taking Connor Berry, a right end out of Michigan State. Pretty nice, actually, top 3 skills, so we'll see how he is. And he has quick development, 12th overall, best player in the draft, 78 overall. Not a terrible pick. I don't even really need a right end. So, honestly, this draft just kind of sucks. But we'll have to see what we do with him. Well, with the 22nd overall pick, we're just going to take this quarterback just because. Why not? And he's not even good. Fantastic. That's fine. We're just going to trade him away. Should be able to get a decent return for him, considering that he is a quarterback after all. So with this pick, I'll see what I do here in just a sec. So with our pick in the 2nd round, even though this guy's projected a late 3rd round and we didn't even scout him, he had a fantastic combine and he's 6'4", so why not? Sherman Tubbs, that's actually quite a cool name. Good pick. I reached. Okay, never mind. He's not good. 71 overall normal development, but he is fast. So at least he's got that going for him. So with this trade, we're sending Jeremiah Atachu to the Jets for Calvin Pryor, along with, we're trading them. Our 4th round pick this year and our 6th round pick next year. So with this trade, we're trading our first round pick next year and our third round pick next year to the Patriots for their second round pick, which is actually going to go straight back to them because we're going to get a little guy named Rob Gronkowski for, what are we doing? Our first round pick this year, along with Connor Berry and their second round pick back. And there it is. So we got Rob Gronkowski on the team. So that is pretty nice. This is going to be probably the last thing I can even afford to do. Don't have very much cap room left. So this is the offense, at least heading into the season. Offensive line is looking so much nicer than it was just last year, I think. Well, I don't know. Anyway, much nicer than it was the first year. Gronk, of course, it's Gronk. Our receivers are very nice. Tavon Austin even got himself up to an 83 overall. Todd Gurley's at a 91 now. Our QB is at an 85. As for the defense, we're looking... What? Why? Hold on. Let me reorder this. There we go. Okay, as for the defense, we're looking very solid except for the second D-tackle spot, but that's not really something that I'm worried about. So I think we're just going to roll with this because I have like 900K in cap room left. So I will see you guys at the playoffs. I'm so confident. Not even going to sim to the midseason. Just going to go straight to the playoffs. So I hope that we make it. If we don't, I'm going to be very disappointed. So here at the playoffs, I see Todd Gurley became the NFC Offensive Player of the Year. And we win the division at 13-3. That's what I'm talking about. So we don't even have a game. We got a first round bye. Let's see how everyone did. How much XP? 30,000 XP for the quarterback. 36,000 XP for Todd Gurley. Oh, man. Alright, let's check some stats. Le'Veon Bell won MVP. That's interesting. 4,000 yards for Roland Ray. 34 touchdowns to 5 picks. That's what I'm talking about. Great season out of him. Todd Gurley with 1,700 yards and 16 touchdowns on the ground. That is amazing. Receiving, Gronk led our team in catches with 78, had 900 yards and 6 touchdowns. DeAndre Hopkins had 73 catches, 1,200 yards and 13 touchdowns. Jeffrey had quite a down year, actually. 750 yards and 5 touchdowns for him. Blocking, how did we do? Only 4 sacks on the year, 2 from each of our tackles. That's quite impressive. Nicholas Hurd led our team in tackles with 113. Tackles for loss was led by Aaron Donald with 19. Aaron Donald also led in sacks with 11. Joey Bosa had 9.5, and Robert Quinn had 7.5. As for interceptions, Alec Ogletree led the team with 5, followed by Nicholas Hurd with 3 and Ronald Darby with 2, tied with Calvin Pryor actually with 2. Forced fumbles, Alec Ogletree led the team with 3, followed by Aaron Donald and Joey Bosa with 2 each. Joey Bosa also blocked a kick, as well as Aaron Donald. Very nice. Any defensive touchdowns? No. Now let's check some awards here. So like I said, Le'Veon Bell won MVP. Todd Gurley came in 5th. Roland Ray came in 8th. Coach of the Year goes to Jason Garrett of the 12-3-1 Dallas Cowboys. I come in 2nd. 7-9 BS. As for the NFC, Offensive Player of the Year goes to Todd Gurley. Roland Ray came in 4th. No other Rams on there. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Alec Ogletree. Any other Rams on here? Yes, Aaron Donald in 8th and Nicholas Hurd in 9th. Rookie of the Year, we didn't have... Oh, we did. Sebastian Nolan. Wait, what? Hold up. That was our quarterback, wasn't it? I thought I traded him. Oh, I didn't. I didn't trade him. He must have not even done anything. I don't know how he came in 10th for Rookie of the Year. It's pretty crazy. And I get a message asking me if I want to join some Gamer Saloon Madden tournament. Fantastic. No, I'm not interested. Just so you know. So here in the divisional round of the playoffs, we're going to be taking on the 9-7 Atlanta Falcons at home. So, I mean, they're 9-7. We should definitely win this game. We're 92 overall compared to their 86. I don't see how we don't win this game, honestly. I'm fully expecting us to move on to the NFC Championship and eventually the Super Bowl as well, because we're a damn good team. So here's simming in the game. Now we do score first on our first possession to make the game. Well, now it's 7-3. Now it's 7-6. Can we score again? We do. That's 14-6, and we get the ball back and score again. So it's 21-6, and it's halftime. Oh, 24-6. Okay. 31-6. I think this game is in the books. 31 or 38-13. 45-13. Fantastic game out of the boys today. That was quite the manhandling of the Falcons. Roland Ray threw for 252 yards and 3 touchdowns. We got 2 picks off of Matt Ryan. Todd Gurley had, oh man, what a day he had. 172 yards and 3 touchdowns. Fantastic. No 100-yard receivers. But Alshon Jeffrey had a touchdown, and Todd Gurley had a receiving touchdown too. Todd Gurley accounted for 4 touchdowns on the day. That's quite impressive. Aaron Donald had a sack, and Trawan Bean and Eric Reed picked off Matt Ryan. So we do now have a 99 offense and a 93 defense for a 92 overall. So it turns out we're going to be taking on the 12-3-1 Dallas Cowboys in the conference championship here. I believe we do have home field advantage. They're only an 85. We have 7 overall points on them. So I'm pretty confident again that we should win this and be on to the Super Bowl. So here, simming in the game now, we do score first again, 7-0. Second quarter now, 14-0. They do manage to kick a field goal. We make it 21-0 though, and it's now in the second half. Third quarter, we have the ball. We score again, 34. Oh my goodness, the offense, 49-3, 49-10. Oh man. All right, look, we have built a fantastic team. 5 touchdowns out of Roland Ray. That is insane. Dak Prescott's the starting quarterback now. But anyway, 205 yards and 5 touchdowns for Ray. We got 3 picks off of Prescott. Todd Gurley again. Todd Gurley should have won MVP. This dude is insane. 201 yards and a touchdown. Receiving, how did we do? Gronk got 2 touchdowns. DeAndre Hopkins got 2. Tavon Austin got 1, and Terrence Williams got 1 for the Cowboys. As for the defense, Joey Bosa got 2.5 sacks. Aaron Donald got 1, and Nicholas Hurd got half of a sack. Ronald Darby, Jalen Ramsey, and Alec Ogletree all got picks. So it looks like we're going to be taking on either Denver or Pittsburgh in the Super Bowl. Don't know which one yet. We'll be finding out though here in just a sec. So it looks like we're taking on the 13-3 Pittsburgh Steelers in the Super Bowl. We're going to skip that and play full game. What is their overall? It is an 87, so we have 5 overall points on them. Feel pretty confident yet again. We should get the win. After the last 2 games, our offense has just been completely unstoppable, and our defense has actually played really well also. So like I said, I'm very confident that we're going to get the win here. So here in the Super Bowl, we score first, taking a 7-0 lead in the first quarter. It's now in the second quarter, 14-0. Then the Steelers come back and make it. Well, now it's 17-7. But it is now 24-7 in the third quarter, 31-7 now. They score, but it's 31-13, 41-13. Like I said, our offense is unbelievable, and we do end up winning the Super Bowl. This is the first Super Bowl that I've won in my rebuild challenges, so I'm 1 for 3 now. This is pretty great. This is actually the worst of the 3 teams, I think, that's managed to win it. But, I mean, nonetheless, we ended up winning it. I'm curious as to see who won MVP, though. So Todd Gurley does end up winning Super Bowl MVP with 188 yards and 2 touchdowns. That man is an absolute beast. It is insane. I'm going to take a quick look at the stats, though. Roland Ray put up a really good game as well. 269 yards and 3 touchdowns, no picks. We did manage to pick off Roethlisberger once. Alshon Jeffrey led the team in catches. He also had a touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins got 100 yards and a touchdown. Wait, who was our other touchdown then? Because we had 3, right? Oh, Todd Gurley. That man he is insane. Tackles for loss. Joey Bosa had a tackle for loss, as well as a sack. Jalen Ramsey had the pick. Jalen Ramsey's just a pick machine. I really like that guy. So that's actually going to do it, guys. We finally managed to win the Super Bowl. Can I get a like for actually finally winning the Super Bowl this time? If you guys have any suggestions for what team to do next, or a preference or anything, just leave it down in a comment below, and I will take it into consideration when picking my next team. Just so you know, I'm looking for teams like a little bit on the trashier side. But that's going to be it. So this is the final team here. Offensive line is just great compared to what it was at first. Gronk, the receiving core in general is fantastic. The QB, I finally managed to pick a good one in the draft. Todd Gurley he's Todd Gurley. The defense really stepped up. This guy was a fantastic pick. This guy was pretty good as well. Alec Ogletree was not really that good, but I mean, he got the job done. D-line, Joey Bosa he was a great pickup, as well as Jalen Ramsey and Ronald Darby. Vernon Hargreaves, though, didn't really amount to much, which is disappointing. But I don't know if it was just this rebuild or in general. I haven't ever gotten him before, but Eric Reed was a great signing, in my opinion, and Calvin Pryor was a good pickup as well. So that is going to do it for the video, guys. Don't forget to drop a like down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.